I'm Caleb Giddings from Rossi USA, and I'm out on the range to walk you guys through the process of how I like to zero my Rossi R95 in 30-30. Now I've got the Ranger Point Precision Rail up here on top and an Aim Point Acro P2, which again, I feel like this is a great optic for this rifle, since a lot of the shooting that you're going to do with this is going to be fairly close in, fairly fast, and it allows you to preserve the fast handling, easy pointing characteristics of a lever gun while getting the advantages of an optical sight. What distance do I think you should zero at? Well, that's up to you, but I like to zero these guns at 50 yards. So that's what I'm gonna do today. And I'm gonna walk you through the procedure of how I zero this rifle. First things first, we're gonna go ahead and load 3 rounds. I'm never gonna load more than 3 because that's what I'm gonna be shooting for groups, except for my final confirmation group. All right, here we go. I want to get the most stable shooting position I possibly can. And I'm just going to shoot a nice, clean 3-shot group. All right, let's go ahead and check our hits using a pair of binoculars so I don't have to get up and run down range. Since I'm not here to do cardio, I'm here to shoot. All right, looks like I've got 3 hits that are way high, so I can go ahead and dial some adjustment down on this one. Looks like my windage is pretty good, and we just need to come down about 1 million clicks, it looks like. On the Aim Point Acro, 1 click is a quarter MOA, so knowing that I need to come down quite a few inches, and I'm at 50 yards, so it's a 1/2 inch per click, we're gonna go down, there's 1 inch, and I'm gonna try to come down about 1 foot, because I'm off my zero target and on the cardboard backer. So that's 24 clicks, and we've done 2. All right, 24 clicks. Let's go ahead and reload, and we'll shoot again. Once again, back to the binoculars to check. Okay, we are in business in that I am on the target finally. We're still real high, so I'm gonna come down another foot. Now that I have grid squares that I can actually count, I can look at my target and actually figure out how far down I need to come. So those grids on my target are 1 inch each, and I need to come up. And I'm over the top of them, so about 8 inches. So to dial 8 inches at with 1/2 inch adjustments, again, that's gonna be 16 clicks down. And now I can actually dial a couple of clicks left. looks like I am 4 inches high, so we're going to need to come down a little bit more. Down. Let's do 8 again. So now that I'm really close to where I actually want to be hitting, I'm going to change up my zeroing strategy a little bit. For this to work, you have to be a pretty good shot, and you have to be able to call your shots as well. Calling your shots is the skill of being able to observe the position of your sights relative to the target when the round breaks, so that you know where, give or take, a called shot should hit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fire 1 round, check it, and then adjust as necessary off that round, unless, of course, I call that shot as a flyer. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that. I don't believe that was a flyer, so we're just going to make a wee bit of adjustment here. 4 and up. 8. Right on the money. So I've got 1 round left in the gun. I'm going to put another round in the chamber so I can make this a 3-round group. And if this is a good, clean 3-round group, we're going to call this gun zeroed. All right, let's take a look at that with the binoculars. Well, I have 3 rounds all in the center of the target. It looks like my elevation is spot on for this. They are slightly biased to the right. So what I would do in the real world, and what I'm going to do right here, is I'm going to give this 1 click to the left. I don't need a whole lot of left movement on this. I'm going to give it 1 click to the left, and I'm going to call it good. And that's it. I ended up firing a few more rounds than I would have liked because I had the initial clicks for this wrong in my head. For some reason, I had the MOAs wrong for them. Maybe make sure you read the manual before you go zero your optics, guys. But that is a really simple process of zeroing your optic. I made it a little bit more difficult because we were off the paper with my first group, so I had to shoot a little bit more. But honestly, who doesn't love to shoot a good 30-30? And now the gun's dialed in. This is ready to go. Take deer, hogs, whatever you can reach out and touch with one of these 30-30 rounds, you can hit it with the Rossi R95 and the Aimpoint Acro.